Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This video is an update about how my becoming her journey is going, what's changed, what's working, what's not working, so on and so forth. So, first things first, let's talk about birth control. I got on birth control essentially to help with my, how do you say, hirsutism. I'll put the word here. I'm not sure the proper way to pronounce it, but that, which is basically hair growth on the neck. I'm on hormonal birth control. Let me say that. I believe that makes the difference, of course. So I'm on hormonal birth control for that. Also, since being on the birth control, I've noticed that it has helped with the reason why the doctor prescribed it to me in the first place. But I mean, of course, being birth control is always a plus. And it's helped with the hyperpigmentation on my neck. I have on makeup right now, so it's not as bad as it would be if my face was naked. But it's helped with that. But I think that's because I'm not plucking the hairs as much. Therefore, I'm not damaging the skin, which is causing the scarring, all of the things. Now, once I started the birth control, I noticed I was really, really tired, which, I mean, you know how you know that you're tired, but it was unusually tired. I was unusually tired. And again, when I went to the doctor to get prescribed the birth control, I also had my blood work done, and it was discovered that I'm still mildly anemic. I was also mildly anemic when I was pregnant with my daughter, and now it's basically back. And she is also mildly anemic. So with that, I started taking an iron supplement. But I don't know about y'all, but me personally, I don't want to be taking all these different things. So I found different foods that I could eat that would help with my iron. So black beans was one. We've been tearing black beans up, just finding different ways to prepare the beans or put them with different meals, so on and so forth. Sardines has been another one. Up until last week, I had never, ever eaten sardines. The look of them and the smell of them was like completely repulsive to me, so I had never eaten them until last week. But when I did try them, I was like, oh, this isn't what I thought it was gonna be. Here we go. Okay. Hmm. It tastes like tuna fish. It's not bad at all. And not gonna lie to you, jasmine rice, sardines, grape tomatoes, English cucumbers, um, purple onions with a little black pepper, Tony's, and lemon squeezed on it has been my hyperfixation meal. I've eaten it so many times this week since I started the whole iron thing. I don't know. It just I'm your girl is hooked on the sardines now. I want to try to make sure I don't wear myself out with them. But just finding different ways to prepare them has been fun. But that particular way has been like since the day I did it, I've been hooked. But again, I'm working on different methods to prepare it. And what I'm going to do tomorrow is liver and onions. I have not had liver and onions since I was a child. My mama used to make us eat that, and y'all, if my mind remembers correctly, I cannot stand the texture of liver. It is absolutely horrible. Well, at least it was back then. I don't know what it's gonna be like now. So tomorrow I'll be preparing liver and onions as our iron rich meal to see how that works out. And if I like it, I'll keep preparing it as a way to make sure I get all my proper nutrients. But if not, we're gonna 86 that thing so bad because I can't. I'm trying not to let my memory of what it tastes like affect the present. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it has as far as like what I'm taking and food intake has changed. Now, one thing I kind of been beating myself up about is that I haven't been on my daily walks. But that's because it's not an excuse, but it's an explanation. School just started, and my son transitioned from elementary school to middle school, and now he rides the bus. So, I wanted to make sure he got his routine down with getting up, getting dressed, walking to the bus stop because I did, y'all. I won't lie. I used to bring him to the bus stop, and I was like, dude, at some point, mommy has to let you grow up and do this on your own. But now he walks to the bus stop, and so it's going good. And Friday he proved to me that he can do it on his own without me standing over him. Wake up, get dressed. You gotta get out the door. All the things that us mothers will do. Because of that, I haven't been going on my walks because I like to be out there at a certain time because of the heat. So now that I know that he is capable of doing that, I can resume my walks again. And also with resuming my walks, I'm going to integrate things that I already have into a full body workout, like my Bosu ball, my resistance bands, my vibration plate. Even though that's not part of I mean, I guess you can use it for workouts, but I think it's part of recovery. And what else? Oh, I'm on the market for some kettlebells, preferably pink or mint green because those are the color schemes of all of my fitness gear, even down to my weightlifting gloves. But I'm looking for some reasonably priced kettlebells so that I can get back to my daily walks and implementing a full body workout. I also have my mini stepper that I can't wait to get back on. I think I love the way um you know how when you exercise and it starts to hurt and the burn, oh, it feels so good to me. I miss it. My body crazy, I think, which kind of sounds crazy. But if you're a person who works out and then you stop, you know exactly what I mean. I got new books at the library this week. The first book I read, Am I Lying to Myself, y'all? It's a great read. It does make you question yourself and where you are lying to yourself, because we can be in denial and live in delusion. And I noticed that, well, for most people, it's not on purpose. I think it has to do with our domestication, and our upbringing. So you kind of put yourself into denial, which again is never on purpose, but we just kind of do it to adjust and to fill in what we want instead of what's actually happening. And again, that's part of why I started this journey because maybe we gotta stop lying to ourselves. That's number one. That's always going to be the thing. Like, don't lie to yourself. A lot of other people, I mean, you shouldn't do that either, but don't lie to yourself. But I got a book about numerology, a book about Montessori learning, and I believe it's called Revolution, but the R is a different color, so it's like Revolution Evolution by Sean. I can't remember the author, but I will put the books in the video so that y'all can see them. And I'll also list the book titles in the description box because not only is your like internal health and your physical health important, but you should also enrich your mind. That is also important to your growth and development as an adult. I don't know why people think your education should stop once you become grown because you should learn something new all the time. Even though I haven't been doing my daily walks, I think the change in my diet has in turn made me lose inches because I need to weigh myself. I probably should track my weight, but the actual weight itself is not what's important to me. It's the size and the look that I know that I want to have. And I'll show you guys an old picture of myself. This is what I want to get back to, but I have noticed that I've lost some inches. So it's like, okay, even though you're not exercising, I think the changes in the diet is also helping. Because, of course, we know nutrition is very, very important when it comes to losing weight and getting and staying in shape. One thing I know that I need to let go of, which with me increasing my iron intake, it's kind of just been happening on its own, is my sugar intake. I have not been eating sugar like that. I noticed when my cycle came on this month, my cravings for chocolate were severely decreased. I had like a handful of chocolate covered almonds and that was it. Whereas previous months, well, I was dogging some chocolate covered almonds, the days before my cycle were to come on. And I think this month it was only like one day, and like I said, I had like a handful, and I barely made it through that handful. It just became too much. But I have, been eating things like Jolly Ranchers, stuff like that, and sorbet, raspberry sorbet. I love it. So I think that if I can kick those things out of the way, I will probably lose more weight and more inches. That's pretty much it for my update. Nothing exciting has happened. I did start therapy. That's going well. Um, but that's it. Of course, y'all, if you don't know, this the purpose of this journey is to be honest with myself and commit to myself in the process of becoming the version of myself that I know that I am. Is to stop playing small in my own life and to just get my shit together. Stop putting other people and their needs and problems and all the things before mine. Because if I don't take care of me, I cannot take care of anybody else. That's just how it is. It's not going to work if you don't take care of yourself first. But anyway, that's enough of me basically rambling. That's it for this video. I will film delivering onions, the whole preparing and cooking and even eating, so you guys can see how that goes. Fingers crossed. Um, but anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Mwah!